Hello Darts Nutz, welcome to Darts Review channel. So as you might have seen, Shop Darts have got some new releases, and in this video I'm reviewing the tribal weapon Java. So let's check them out. I'm reviewing the 24g version, the 90% tungsten. They're in 23, 24, 25, 26 in steel tip, 18 and 20 grams in soft tip, and the retail for £89.95. So as usual, it comes in the slim cardboard packaging, and you've got that tribal kind of graphic artwork on the box. Inside there's a foam inlay holding everything in place, and the darts come supplied with the Koi carbon tweeny stems, and you've got these Java small standard flights. Interesting design on that one. That's fit with the tribal weapon etched points, and I'm not sure, but I think it might be a slightly front weighted dart, although it could be just an optical illusion. And I think it's because this section has got like a scallop, so that part there and that part there may be the same thickness, so I guess you could say that's parallel, and then it tapers on the rear. But I should imagine it'll still be slightly front weighted, but whether the scallop has taken some of the weight out the barrel and evened it out a bit remains to be seen. But as you can see, it's got some variety of cuts on it. Got that black tie coating and that electro blue colour in the grooves and on the lateral notches, but it's kind of like a mix of pyramid grip and almost like a shark ring style grip. We'll probably see it better in the close-up just now. And then on the rear you've got this very fine knife edge grip in them bands, and then a kind of a smaller pyramid grip. But I would say for front grippers, if you like a scallop, that actually feels quite comfy, and it doesn't feel quite as grippy as it looks, so that may surprise some people. It looks as if it's quite aggressive, but it seems to sit quite nice in the fingers there, not sticky at all. So it'll be interesting to see how they throw for me, being a front gripper. And there's the Koi carbon in between stems, and another interesting design flight, the Java small standard. So there's a quick close look at the etched points, and then we move to the nose of the dart, and as you can see, it's got some ring and groove and it's tapered, and then you've got this wide band with some of the notches cut through on the lateral cuts, and then it's kind of like a mix of the inverted pyramid style of grip and I would say like rings and grooves, but all that is making a kind of a scallop section. And then as you get around the middle, you've got a section that kind of mirrors that front with the wide band, and then a fairly wide ring, and then on the rear slightly different grip. It looks like a kind of a micro knife edged ring grip, but you've got these inverted pyramid grip again and the lateral cuts going through it, and just a small smooth taper on the end of the barrel. So there you go, that's the super close look at the tribal weapon Java. That's fitted with the etched tribal weapon 28mm point. You've got a tapered nose, which is a ring and groove grip, 5mm. Then you've got that wide band with the notches cut through, that's 4mm. And then you've got that scallop section, which is a mix of pyramid and shark ring grip, that's 15mm. Another wide band and a groove and a little bit, that's 5.2mm. On the rear it's kind of like a banded micro, it's kind of like a knife edge grip, that's 18mm. Small section on the end, 1.8mm. Length 49mm, widest 7.5mm. $24.09 grams, 24.05 grams, and 24.06 grams. Full setup 25.92 grams. Here's the balance with nothing attached and with the supplied setup, and this is the balance with medium in between short nylon stems and standard flights. The rear section felt just a little bit grippier to me, so 7.5, but the scallop at the front is kind of like a grip in itself, so for some people that might feel more grippy. Alright then, let's give them a throw and see how they go. I haven't said that for a long time. That was one of my old sayings. Old members will probably remember that one. Oh, that was spiralling all over the place, so I don't know, it got in the treble. That last one went the smoothest, but I think it's just getting used to the scallop. I never really liked the scallop for the simple reason that I always had like a bit of a problem with my release, so sometimes I wouldn't get my fingers out cleanly. But in recent years I've kind of like appreciated the benefits of the scallop. One, it's quite comfy for your fingers to sit in, and it also makes like a good reference point. But since the was it the Shot Enzo darts, I think it was the Enzo, since then one of the benefits that I did find is that because the scallop was at the front, it's got that like bit that goes kind of to the shape of my thumb there at the side, so it gives me something to push against, so definitely a benefit in that regard. But I think it has to be how my finger sits on it. If it sits on it a little bit weird, then I don't always get it to come out nice and clean. That's why I don't know how that first one went in the treble. It didn't come out that clean and it kind of spiraled a bit. But if you're into your scallop darts, like I say, they always feel kind of comfy, and I would say there's a good level of grip there. Probably not as grippy as I was expecting, but the scallop itself kind of acts like a grip as well. My arm's just too stiff though. Some of them are going quite smooth and really nice through the air. One more go from the front. Like I say, I don't really play much with my elbow, but I just need to get the hang of these first. It's not quite as front weighted as I was expecting, but there is still a slightly front balance to it. So it may well be really good for some front grippers if you're into your scallop. I'll just try that mid section there, but I think that might be a bit weird with it being, it's kind of like a knuckle. That went all over that one. The first and last one weren't too bad, but I'm not really sure I would say it's a good spot for a mid gripper there, but some might be okay with it. I think probably front and rear grippers are going to get the best of it. So I'll try it from the rear section. It's definitely taper and thinner to the end of the barrel like, so I suppose that might give you a good reference point for either the finger, the front scallop. I actually went through the air quite nice. It went a bit high like. Actually going through the air quite nice with the rear grip. One more try from that grip. I think that's probably the grippiest part of the barrel as well. At least it feels like it is for me. My elbow's knackered. But I probably could get used to throwing that one from the rear because it just seemed quite easy. So like I say, I think it's probably going to be one that's best for front and rear grippers, and especially if you like a scallop at the front, you'll probably like it. But again, with shot, lots of machining on the dart, and probably grip the whole length of the dart wherever you grip it, but because of the scallop, it's creating that kind of like knuckle in the middle, so may not be the best for mid grippers, but I'm sure some mid grippers will probably be happy like that. But you'd probably have to try it first, and that's kind of the awkward part, getting hold of a set to try unless you buy them first, and that's the problem when there's no shops to try them, so not a lot you can do about that. But again, very neat looking dart from Shot, and another nice addition to the tribal weapon range. So I'll leave you with the gallery so you can have a close look at them, and I'll see you on the next one. Happy darting.